Yo, what's up guys, it's Mike. In this video, we're gonna be talking about diets. Do diets really work? And also, what's the best diets out there? I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't stick to any certain type of diet just because, number one, the major thing is there's too many damn restrictions. I'm not good at following all these rules and stuff. That's why I don't go ahead and stick with any, but reading a lot of comments, being up to date on a lot of the research on diets, the one of the really popular diets nowadays is the paleo diet. And actually, reading up on the paleo diet, it's actually, not too bad of a diet. The paleo diet is also known as the caveman diet. Pretty much whatever people were eating back in the days and they're living in caves is pretty much what you can eat now. And I thought about the concept, and actually when I look at my own eating habits versus the paleo diet, it's pretty similar. There's a lot of interesting components. So if you look behind me, I went ahead and drew some pictures. Paleo diet basically goes something like this. Whatever you can either kill or find, gather, right? See my picture of my deer? You like that? So, deer, meat, fish, lions, I don't know. All the meat, all the stuff that runs around that you can kill and eat, pretty much anything that runs around. There goes your protein source. And veggies, right? Anything that grows from the ground. Seeds, you go and gather seeds, greens and stuff like that. And also fruits, right? Plentiful. You like my big, you know what this is? Yeah, you know what this is. If you stick to those foods, you're gonna be fine, and it's really hard to get fat. And I really believe it, because if you think about it, none of this has a lot of processed sugars. None of this also have what everybody loves to eat, which is carbs. Carbs is not just like the bad stuff like, cake, muffins, brownies, and Snicker bars. Damn, I love them Snicker bars. It's not just that stuff. It's also other stuff like bread. Not just like, the white bread, but even whole wheat bread, pasta, chips, everything that's a carbohydrate, anything that's made out of flour, which is like everything. You can't have any of those things. It makes it to where it's pretty restrictive, but I can see back in the caveman days, when this is all they got to eat, it's hard for them to get fat. And number two is the amount of activities that they were doing, because they didn't have any grocery stores, right? So you walk in there, you gotta go ahead and kill your own deer. So by the time you catch this bad boy and chomp him up and do all this stuff, it must have burned like 1,000 calories. So then you better go ahead and eat them up, right? And you gotta share with everybody. That's why everybody's like so lean and nobody's fat. Later on, even if our bodies were adapted to where we can gain fat, because why? Because when we go into what they call like famine, or basically, the winters and stuff, where you're gonna go hide in your little caves because there's no food out there, you got body fat that your body can go ahead and use. Well, nowadays, we don't got any of that. So we just get fatter and fatter and fatter. Why? Because we eat stuff like happy face. This is why we're fat. But not just this is more of an exaggeration. It's not just fast food. You can actually get pretty big without eating any fast foods either. Just as long as you eat everything outside of these categories. Let's go back to our main point, which is what do we do on diets? In my honest opinion, paleo diet, I like most of it. And the only parts I really don't like is how you can't have any pastas or any carbs or stuff like that. I kind of like some of that stuff sometimes. And also, you can't drink alcohol. Psh, out the window now. Shit, I ain't jumping on that one. Besides that though, everything is pretty straight because it has everything you need. You get all your nutritional values and you're set to go. Here's the only problem with paleo diet along with all the other diets out there. So the problem with today's diets is that it doesn't teach you how to go ahead and integrate the food you're supposed to eat into your lifestyle. Work, school, personal life, social life, and you do all that stuff every single day. Right now, your eating habits in your lifestyle is not where it should be. So the diets tell you what to eat, but they don't tell you how to go ahead and integrate it in there. So I'll give you a couple examples. Example number one, no time to cook. So diets don't just tell you, hey, go and buy it at the grocery store, It's like, okay, hey, you gotta eat this, so go ahead and cook this and cook this and cook this and cook this. Because we all know that you can't go out to McDonald's, you can't go out to a restaurant and just buy your diet foods, right? Because they don't cook healthy foods. The time that you have to take to go ahead and cook the meals, you would have to sacrifice something else that you usually do. Let's say you go home after work or after school, let's say 7 o'clock. And usually you sit down and you chill for a little bit. Maybe you go and listen to some music. Maybe you get online and watch some YouTube videos. Now, you won't be able to do those things. Why? Because you gotta go home and you gotta cook. So think about it. Even if cooking takes, let's say, 1 hour a day. Doesn't sound like very long, but that's 1 hour of something else that you're not able to do now. Well, why were you doing that in the beginning? Because it makes you feel good. You gotta relax. You gotta unwind a little bit, right? I had a long day at work or a long day at school or something. And now you can't do it. Why? Because you gotta go ahead and bust your butt in the kitchen so you try to get in shape. But here's the thing, even if you did do that and you sucked it up, you go, I'm gonna sacrifice it. I'm just gonna not do that so I can go and get in shape. Okay, cool. How long can you keep that up? Before you go, man, you know what? I'm tired of this stuff. I wanna go ahead and get to my personal life again, and then you don't have time to cook. That's why people get in shape and then get out of shape, because the changes that they make aren't permanent. They gotta sacrifice things that they like to do, and they're not able to go ahead and live the life they want. And at the end, they go back to their old habits and it makes them happy. So that is a major problem. Cooking, just one of the obstacles with any diet. So that's number one. Here's number two, lack of efficiency. Diets aren't very efficient because they don't talk about things like what to do if you don't have food available and you're hungry. What to do if you're hanging out with some friends, y'all guys decide to go ahead and grab a bite to eat of some unhealthy food, which happens like every single time. Remember, your friends aren't dieting. They don't give a crap if you're like, oh, I can only eat chicken and rice. I don't give a shit. We're gonna go ahead and grab some Mexican food. You down? What to do if you're out, you're at a club, you're at a bar, you wanna go and grab a drink. Relax a little bit. Now you're like, oh, I'm on the paleo diet and I can't drink. No, your friends gonna be like, pussy. You know, did you leave your balls at home? No, you don't wanna be that guy. What to do in scenarios to where you just have to cheat. Diets don't tell you, hey, well, if you have to cheat, this is what you do. They just go, don't cheat. But what if you have to? What do you do then? How do you prepare to cheat on your diet? Or what to do if you're traveling and you just don't have a kitchen. So those are all lack of efficiency with diets. None of the diets tell you how to do any of those things. They just tell you eat this, this, and this and you'll get in shape. The last issue with diets. Healthy food tastes like shit. You know what? It doesn't taste good. It is what it is, okay? And I can't lie to you anyways. If I told you that all healthy foods taste good, you'd be like, whatever. Dislike, I got some food that tastes good, makes me smile. I got a food that makes me want to puke. Which one should I go with? The food that makes me puke, if I want to get in shape, I gotta do that for how long? So imagine you eat food that tastes like crap and it makes you unhappy and you're unhappy throughout the entire day. And a lot of times diets go, oh, okay, well, you know, hey, we'll just go ahead and cook and spend more time cooking. You know their solution to make foods taste better? Let's spend more time cooking, adding this and this and this, and before you know it, your 1 hour of cooking becomes like 2 hours of cooking. Because when I first started doing all this diet joke and all that stuff back in the days, which didn't work because I ran into the same problems, I was like, man, there's gotta be something better. The way I do it now, check this out. Number one, cooking. I can spend about 2 hours on Sundays and I cook all my meals. Done. Another thing, going out. I don't want to be like that weirdo. Now, I go out, I eat at restaurants, I can go have sauce, I can go have drinks, I can go to a club, I can go to a bar and get my groove on, and I'll be able to slam down my shots, get drunk and do stuff that I regret the next day. Yeah, I can do all that. Why? Because I want to have a lifestyle, right? I want to be able to do stuff that's fun. And those are things that really make it to where you can stay on a diet for the rest of your life because your diet doesn't restrict you from doing all the stuff you like. And the most important thing, taste. I can make all my food taste good. Why? There's a few different tricks that I do. I'll tell you, I'm really simple. Number one, coconut oil. If you haven't seen my video on the other one, check it out. I put coconut oil on everything. I realized that a little while ago, put like a spoonful of coconut oil to about 2 spoonfuls of coconut oil on every single meal. So if you got Tupperwares and containers that get the food all prepped from your Sunday of cooking, bam, slap that thing on there, throw in the microwave for like 2 minutes or something, done. Everything is like all greasy and like tasty. Nothing is dried. You know what? I like greasy, tasty food. Here's the second trick. Put some sauce on it. If you go and check out the sauces I have a whole bunch of sauces now. I started off with like 3 or 4. Now I got about like 10, 15 sauces right in my fridge. These are ways now that I can actually be able to diet and not have to go ahead and deal with all the problems of regular diet and all the restriction stuff. Hope this video can shine some light on the whole diet thing. If you want to get information on actually how to do everything step by step, check out the video because I have it on the site, SixPackShortcuts.com. I'll show you step by step and get you started on that because trust me, once you go ahead and follow an eating system like that, you don't have to worry about any of those problems anymore and life will be good. Plus, you'll get in shape. Hope it helped out. See y'all guys next time. Peace.